Okay. Sorry. Oh my God. Right before I started, I ended up jacking up one of my USB ports. I'm like, oh, and it's really just because the fact that this is actually like a nice monitor. But it's got four USB ports. So yeah, I'm yeah. Mm, Sorry, no, that's just that. Yeah, that. Oh God, I didn't realize how bad that threw me. Anyway, where I am with the Hulkbuster. Let's see. I need to put stuff on the right desktop. I actually didn't mean for this to be a live stream. Um, I didn't mean for this specific outlet to be my live stream. Oh, let's see. Where did I put it? Where did I put? Oh, there it is. Yes, here it is. Okay. Ah, yeah. This is actually about an hour and a half, or maybe 2 hours or so. Just between cutting the foot plate, etc., and everything, like actual work time. And I mean, I was trying like, oh God, yeah. No, I mean, it's like had I actually just gone with the whatchamacallit to begin with, it would have, yeah, gone a lot faster. I was trying to be all, I was going to use the Dremel and just, yeah, it was a valiant effort. Oh, God. Yeah, I actually meant to be doing stuff in Pepper Curl Library, but I actually need to get out there and finish up because I have almost the entire boot done. I had to get a couple pieces reprinted and a few other, and it's just God, not so much. I know I look like hell. It's the weird angle of the camera. Um, okay, and then I can set whatever later. All right. Mm. Oh, but yeah, no, oh God, I'm excited because I actually have like about the right and left boot about 90% done now. Um, and I actually decided I'm just going to jump ahead on a couple things on the frame because honestly, I'm just over engineering it. Oh God, it is pathetic how badly I am over engineering this thing. So, but the good thing is that my knee joint will definitely, yeah, I'm still going to use the same knee joint because it's just good. There really is not anything else I can do to improve on it. In fact, it really solves. Oh God, yes, I just solved a big issue for me. The lock for the knee, and then consequently the ankle actually, because I'm just going to be using a rescaled version of it for the ankle, honestly. Um, oh, and then I may do a pivot, but that won't matter because the Lazy Susan is just is a static plane. So, um, but oh God, yeah, oh yeah, I should not have. Oh, I'm sorry. I just went into design mode. Okay, and so I have the model of the thing. And if I really want to get cute, I could put a lady shoes in those places as well. The and the at the knee. Oh, and still use that. And then okay. Yes. Yeah, sorry. This is what happens when you let your inner child uh be your project supervisor is you forget that you're almost 6 feet tall and not 3'8". So, oh my God, I just realized, yes, I this is okay. This is something I've been wanting to do since I was like, oh God, probably like 7 or 8 was when it is that I was actually like the Chinese dragons costume, for the parades, but it was just and then Jim Henson stuff and um Fraggle Rock, pretty much all that crap, you name it, was just big influences. I'm really skipping over several hours of monologues and anecdotes because of the fact that this is in fact documentation video. So I know they want to know about our influences and everything else, and then maybe even some stuff about like character history and all that and everything. I guess like I've heard different things, so this is just kind of a basic synopsis. Um, the Imperial Nerf Herder as a character is a Rick underneath everything else. It's just that it just so happens that is the Rick of this particular universe also happens to be this universe's Deadpool. Um, And then from there, it goes off onto whatever it is that I need, because the goal is to probably try to piss off as many fandoms as I can in a single like really to piss off as many fandoms as I can in a single costume. Because I have this personal challenge with if I'm doing a armor or whatever else, then I can put basically whatever I want. Uh, like somebody was like, "Hey, you should do the portal cube," but you get the keychain, and I'm like, "No, the point is that it would be actually be like, I mean, obviously not full weight, but like a full size, I guess 1 meter or 1 yard cube that I would have to carry, bring around with me. Um, and I also have to be able to fit it where it makes sense. Like I can't just sit there and just have, um, you know, uh, like a friggin' armband with a bunch of where I put magic rings that I can just swap out or something, or just because the Ant-Man or whatever, just a bunch of like different stuff people have tried to justify it. I'm like, no, I have very clear cut rules about it. So I can use I can sit there and have on the Omni tool. And honestly, I mean, like, while I'm still trying to do a lightsaber in that hand as well. All of the different concerns like comfort and everything else goes into, and I know this seems a bit uh, ADD, but it actually was. Uh, oh, sorry. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Spasm in my neck for a second. That was distracting. Anyway, yeah, like I said, it basically is Rick, also the Deadpool, and so this particular with the Hulkbuster is there's a question that I ask about like, okay, jumping into the character at a specific plot point or something like that. Um, kind of like just because Quantum Leap, um, if because of the fact that I wanted some of their other tech that that's in universe and um because the whole thing is this running fanfic, because I was actually I can't remember if I was actually made it in the final video or not, but they were doing interviews with cosplayers and I told them about what it is that I was doing. I mean, it looked like thing. um the whole point was my costume that year was fanfic. I was carrying around this. I wish I still had the helmet. I may end up remaking it, but the whole point was that I had used printouts of fanfic. Wasn't mine, it was somebody else's, and it was just they were clearing out a bunch of stuff, and I was just like, okay, I can use the backside of this, print out my patterns on. And then it was just, and so I was going to do an Iron Man helmet, and I was going to do a Predator biomask. And then I was just like, oh, wait a minute, like, and it just kind of like different ideas came, and so I ended up making. I found out that it was actually something that like there were actual patterns for various Iron Predator masks. I didn't even know this was a thing. I just was like, oh, cool, and they because I had already had an Iron Man helmet that I had done. And then I was doing, the biomask, and I had gotten the entire ridge, because I was starting from the back and I was going to do that. And then I was actually going to do the thing, and it was just gonna give me a single seam, to join at the end. And that way I could actually go and do another where it would actually lift up and then maybe come out. And then if I had gotten a proper thing where I could have actually had it actually come forward, because I wanted to kind of do it as a tank kind of encounter suit, and so doing the Hulkbuster is kind of about that. But all of the concerns like comfort, how everything fits, and all goes into the stuff that I talk about when I say that I'm an inventor above everything else. My Hulkbuster, for example, is also going to be looking at, like, just okay. The only way you actually do anything is, if, well, that's an entire monologue for something. But I basically like, okay, if I'm designing a Mars mission, suit, then okay, boom, and then as I'm doing this, I'm actually going to be learning about like deep sea diving suits and everything else, because a lot of that technology is already just there. And so I'm like, okay, taking this basic model design and then fitting what it is that I want to do with like my heads up display and everything else. Um, and then I can figure out networking and whatever else. So the cosplay just really just makes it very good medium for me to work on my prototyping and all. God, yeah. Sorry about the slightly scattered nature as well, because I tend to have different um when I'm doing my videos, like for my intended audience. I'm actually trying to get into doing like much better videos and actually having production values. For now, it's just me getting up there and just uploading and just filling up server space somewhere, just to keep into the habit of it. But yeah, this is so I keep kind of switching back and forth between I'm trying to document my costume for the judges versus I'm talking to my various audience. So, but yeah, also up in here, I've got just a masking tape. It's mostly just pretty much just kind of keep it in shape, really. Um, and then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take like a piece of tape and kind of put some tension uh, and start shaping it a little bit. Like I don't have any support up underneath this toe piece, but it is actually forming itself pretty well. But I'm just going to go and do that, and then I'm ultimately going to be hardening it with wood glue. I use Type Bond. Type 2 is pretty much my general. I'll use it for pretty much everything. Type 3 is like the really good waterproof stuff. So I may end up actually, going with a Type 3 or whatever. It's just honestly just the amount of like fiberglass resin what I would take if doing that was a good idea to begin with. But I am going to be looking into like UV resin, like possibly printer resin or something like that, maybe. Just kind of seeing what it is that I can adapt, because the whole point also that reason why I'm kind of sticking with the Iron Man, even though this is more of a Darth Vader reskin. That I will be explaining in my next video, actually. I'm actually gonna write up something and have an actual, "This is what it is, this is what the origin, the considerations, etcetera, are for that," and that will be a sideline explanation video if the judges wanna see it, but that wouldn't be for my actual channel. Uh, but yeah, so far it's coming along great. I also have the right boot, like, almost completely done. Both of them are both I just need to get that top, top cup done, and then after that, it'll be good. And then I can, the thighs should take me about a day each. The torso is, oh yeah, that's gonna be some work, but I honestly think that, like, if I really was buckling down into, like, the 14, 16-hour sessions that I used to pull, I could probably have the torso done in 3, 4 days, maybe. Yeah, I think probably a week. I'm thinking that torso, it's gonna take me probably about 2 weeks to get done, just because of the fact I'm gonna have to section it. Uh, and also just because of, just being able to get, like, good stretches of work time in, which is that's what working on stabilizing now. So everything, looks to be coming along pretty good. So I'm gonna actually be getting out into the shed, and like the next, I'm actually gonna be getting out. Like, I'm gonna grab something and then just head out there, and then actually, start, like, getting some work done. And I will talk to y'all later.